bring in our Danielle Savoni with our first look at the weather. I'm not one to pick on you very often, but where was that snow? But you know what? Sometimes it's just better. We didn't get it.
Right.
In this case.
Yeah, we were supposed to get at least, 2 to 3 centimeters in Calgary. We didn't get it.
Some.
A little bit. Yeah, but, you know, we were talking about shoveling here. So, yes, we didn't get the snowfall that was expected. The warnings were dropped pretty quickly by Environment Canada as well. So things changed with this system. And you know what? We're going to hold on to the cold, though. That arrived. At least that happened. I don't know if you like the cold. I would say by this point, many would say it's gross. -6 is the current temperature with the wind chill. Feels more like -11. Downtown, the base temperature is at -5. And in Tazaw Park, -6. Big Four Motors, massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at big4motors.com. All right, looking at those next 24 hours, yep, more of that, if you call it gross, wind chill. In fact, by tomorrow morning, it will still feel more like -19 with the wind chill. We have a few chances of flurries for the next 12 hours or so, and then things start to clear out tomorrow afternoon, but still cold.
Okay, we'll stop with the teasing, but we will talk about the cold and that wind chill, because it's going to stick around for a while again.
Yeah, so at least half the weekend will be cold. We'll notice a bit of a difference on Sunday as temperatures start to climb once again. But it won't be a massive climb in just a day. All right, here's your Skywatch weather cam, and visibility is down a little bit, but it's not bad in comparison to what we had yesterday, for example. There's the odd snowflake in the city, but we're not looking at accumulation anymore from what's happening. So we didn't get the snowfall. We certainly got the cold. And this cold is here for the rest of tonight and through tomorrow. And then we'll notice a reprieve. I'll show you that in the longer range forecast in just a second. Calgary base temperature -6, feeling closer to -10 with that wind chill. Yeah. Ugh. It's March, you know, this happens, but a lot of people were already, their mindset was spring when we had that warmer week last week. All right, Red Deer feels more like -14 with the wind chill, and Pincher Creek feels more like -6, Medicine Hat -8. So certainly a bite in the air. This bite will continue. So here it goes. This is that upper air analysis, the cold air in place and through the weekend. But by Sunday, you can notice the jet stream shifting up. It's going to push in a little bit of warm air. We're going to get those winds out of the west, or at least the southwest, and it's going to create more like those Chinook-like conditions, so it will be a little windy on the weekend, especially on Sunday, especially further to the south. And this is mainly the far south, this warmer air, but we're going to be just on the edge of it in Calgary, which means we'll get some warmth, and then you can see that moves up. So we have the warmth spreading throughout much of the province, at least half the province, the southern half, by Sunday. Okay, when we look at our radar and satellite, you can see this instability in the foothills, these little waves, these little bands of snowfall. We still have the potential of picking up some snowflakes really through tonight and early tomorrow morning up until about 8 a.m. We're not looking at accumulation with this, though. If it arrives, it's moving around so much with the wind that we aren't looking at it being long-lasting in one spot for any long period of time. All right, this, though, is a stateside system. You can see that counterclockwise spin rolling on shore. It's going to push up some snowfall into the far south of the province as we get into the weekend. So I'm going to give you the timeline here. There's that instability in the foothills right now. That starts to die out by tomorrow morning. And then look at the south. You can see that push. So that will be on Saturday in the southern BC, and it'll start to make its way later in the day in through parts of the far south. So Lethbridge, Medicine Hat will likely see some of this. Pincher Creek will see some of this as well, and some of it will carry into Sunday. Again, we're not looking at huge amounts from it, but we're looking at on and off mixed light precipitation possible for areas south of Calgary. For Calgary specifically, we may see a few flurries in the morning, but that should clear out, and we should see some sunny breaks in the afternoon with a high of -4. So still cold tomorrow, but getting above the freezing mark at least for Sunday. Might be a little windy at times, though. And then late day flurries, so that mixed precipitation, and then switching over to flurries in those overnight hours is possible Sunday night in through early Monday morning. Monday, though, things clear out, and temperatures will really start to warm. So by next week, we are looking at much warmer temperatures, at least 4 degrees for a daytime high.
I was close. -8, -6, -6 outside right now.
And -11 with the wind chill.
There you go.
There's a lot of minuses.
It was in between.
Basically, it's cold. It's cold. And, you know, we're used to these dips in March. This is a transitional month where we start to make our way into spring. Spring starts on the 20th, so the ups and downs are normal. But when a lot of people have been wearing T-shirts outside all last week, it's a little bit harder to take for some. -6 is that current temperature. It feels more like -11 with the wind chill, as we talked about. Normal is +4. So we're going to get to the 4, and we're also going to get above the 4. I'm going to show you that long range in just a quick second here, but keep in mind, before things start warming up, it's another cold day just like today, tomorrow. So tomorrow, first day of the weekend, it's a cold one. Small chance of some isolated flurries in the morning, but mainly cloudy. And then we have partly cloudy skies on Sunday, and then we get up to 4. Now, if you want to see the warmer weather, this is why I'm showing you this 10-day trend. You can see next week, much warmer.
Looks much better. Thanks, Danielle.
Danielle joins us now. And Danielle, there is a high risk of avalanche in some areas right now.
And information that you need to know heading into the weekend here, because in the red here, and that's where we have the higher risk, and in the yellow, that's considerable risk. I'm going to actually move the banner here. This information is from avalanche.ca, so if you are heading out, it's a resource you should be checking before you head out to the mountains. This is Lake Louise right here. Not sure what you can see on the map, and then we're going down to Banff. So basically, Lake Louise down to Banff is under that higher risk. Near Canmore, Three Sisters, for example, considerable risk. What we have at this point is already an unstable snowpack. Then on top of that, we've had very warm temperatures many days this month so far, and then we just got some heavy fresh snow, up to 10+ centimeters in many communities in the mountains, which makes it even more unstable. So this is something absolutely to take seriously if you're heading into the backcountry. It's not recommended for this weekend, especially for areas from Lake Louise down to Banff. Ian?
Thanks, Danielle.
This is CTV News Calgary.
All right, Danielle, we have had some cold weather for a couple of days now. It's going to turn around by the end of the weekend?
Yes, by Sunday we'll notice a difference. Now, it's not going to be a massive difference, but it will get above the freezing mark here in Calgary, and then we'll get warmer from there. So all of next week will be significantly warmer than what we've had this week. All right, wind chill. Yeah, some people saying gross. We have wind chill back. Typical for March to be having wind chill. We have these waves, right? This is a transitional month. We're all over the place. -11 is what it feels like with the wind chill in Calgary right now. -6 is what it feels like in Claresholm, -7 in Pincher Creek, and -10 in Medicine Hat. So certainly a bite to the air. Do want to show you the day planner here. We do have the potential in Calgary for seeing a few flurries through this evening, overnight, and up until about 8 o'clock in the morning before the system is all fully said and done. We'll hold on to the cloud cover as well. It'll start to clear out in the afternoon, so we'll get some sunny breaks by then. And in the afternoon, -4 for tomorrow. So tomorrow is another cold one, and that -4 in the afternoon will feel more like -10 with the wind chill. So tomorrow, yes, another chilly day, but we'll bump back up above freezing by Sunday. And here's that upper air analysis. You can see that colder air mass that's in place, and this will start to shift up just a little bit to impact the far, far south. So the far, far south, it will get really windy on Sunday in some communities. Temperatures will climb quickly here. Calgary is just on the edge of this warm up, which is why we'll get above the freezing mark, but it'll be hard to get much above that freezing mark. However, then you can see the warmer air really starting to settle in by Monday and all of next week. The temperatures will range between 4 and 10 degrees. Yes, +4. +10. So we're looking at a warm week for the entire week next week. All right, here's that little bit of snow left in the mountains here, that instability. We've had these bands of snow that's now really just fizzling out to little small isolated pockets. We have the potential of seeing a couple snowflakes here in Calgary again up until about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then that's done. We do have another system though. It's stateside. It's just moving on to the coast, and it's going to push a bit of snow up into the southern part of our province on the weekend. I'm going to show you how this should play out. Again, there's those little pockets fizzling out tonight. There's that next system though. So Saturday it rolls into southern BC, Pincher Creek area likely to see a little bit Saturday later in the day, and even Lethbridge may see a little burst of flurries. We're not looking at any huge accumulation on the Alberta side, but we are looking at some bursts of flurries here and there. Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat, as you can see, late Saturday, and then Sunday still on the BC side. We may even late Sunday night see a little bit of that activity in Calgary. Okay, looking at longer range forecast. -4, so still cold tomorrow, but +2 for Sunday, and then 5 for Monday, 4 for Tuesday, and 8 for Wednesday.
Turning to trending now, many people are posting on social media their experiences with reflex sticks. So what if some retired pro athletes give it a try?
First, all the time.
Get low, get low.
I'm telling you.
To the window.
Oh, I got one.
To the window.
Wow.
The guys on Inside the NBA had lots of fun at Charles Barkley's expense. His reflexes appeared to be a little rusty, but of course he retired from pro basketball 25 years ago.
Looks like Charles' golf game.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the greatest golfer,
You
is
see
he?
that poor guy swing. Woo.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed is Shaq's pants. Did he run out of regular pants, so he put some pajamas on or something? I don't know. He's such a big guy, you know?
Hard to find pants when you're that big.
A little boy in North Carolina wanted to make sure his grandma celebrated her birthday, even though she was at work. Shoppers at Costco were delighted when these two boys wished their grandma a happy birthday. One of the boys, using a megaphone, sang happy birthday, while his brother brought flowers and a balloon. In fact, the grandma bought the megaphone for her grandson, and she shares her birthday with the littlest of these two guys. So it was his birthday, too.
Well, that was her best birthday ever, I'm sure.
No kidding.
Oh my gosh, I'm melting. I hope they gave her the rest of the day off after that.
I'm not sure about that. Well, anyway, we're not sure how to describe this one other than just friends hanging out. These pups seem to love their dinosaur friend. For whatever reason, their owner puts on a dinosaur outfit for trips to the park. This video has got more than 50,000 likes on the Corgi Dogs Lover Instagram page.
I guess whatever you're into.
I mean,
Yeah.
how do people think of doing these things is what I wonder.
I have no idea.
And I do think the fact that they're all corgis just takes it to the next level of cuteness.
Totally.
Very sweet.
Well, here's your Skywatch weather camera, and we didn't get the snow that was anticipated from this system. Are you happy about that or not? We definitely got the cold, though, that was expected, and this cold will stick around for another day. Okay, let's start with a couple of things here, and mainly I just want to focus on where we're sitting right now. Our daytime high of -6 is well below what's normal for this time of year, 4 degrees. If you want to be closer to 4, don't worry. I got that in the forecast for you. In fact, the lowest, coldest day of next week will be 4. And will be warmer than that many other days. I'll show you that in the 10-day trend in just a moment here. Okay, right now what we're looking at, it feels more like -11 with that wind chill in Calgary. Red Deer feeling more like -13, Drumheller -11, Medicine Hat -10. So those are the areas where those wind chills are in the minus double digits at this point. And it's another cold one tomorrow. This is really starting to fizzle out, but there is the potential of seeing a couple more snowflakes here in Calgary. Nothing significant expected, but right up until about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we're pretty much done with that system. We'll just have some residual cloud cover. Looking at temperatures tomorrow, well, you can see 4 for Salmon Arm, 6 for Kelowna, 7 for Kamloops. There, though, the next system rolls in. Looking at mixed precipitation there. -8 is a high for Edmonton with some cloud cover, cloudy in Red Deer, and again, mainly cloudy overall in southern Alberta from this. And you can look at temperatures, -2 in Lethbridge, -1 in Medicine Hat. All right, St. Patrick's Day, we should be up to 5, and as you can see, for all of next week, it will be much warmer than today, with highs ranging between 4 and 10 degrees to kick off spring on Thursday of next week, 10 degrees.
All right, Glenn, I know you're a huge fan of St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up on Monday. And Danielle, by then, the weather will be a bit warmer, right?
Yep, so everyone will be a fan of St. Patrick's Day then, if you like the warmer temperatures anyway. -4 is the high for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be another cool one. It's another cool one before we warm up. Small chance of a few flurries up until about 8 in the morning, and then things will start to clear out. For Sunday, some sun, some cloud. Later in the day, we we get into the potential of some lighter snow through Sunday night. We could see up to 1 centimeter. 2 degrees, though, as a high for Sunday. That's when the warm-up begins. St. Patrick's Day, 5 degrees. Look at that. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors. Crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. And thank you, Angie Jack, for sending this beautiful picture in from Fish Creek Park.
Okay, thanks very much. Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.